you get it? Is it on?
Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Taking Over the World with Ed and Aaron. What's up, buddy?
I'm on the edge of my chair. We started talking about something prior to hitting the record button.
And now you wanna know what
and
the
now I'm
scoop
like,
is.
I'm all in because the key word here was Batman. And I was like, I need to hear more. Because even yesterday in Bowl, we were talking about, like, people need to have the confidence of a 4-year-old wearing a Batman costume. Like, just jumping out of places. I am Batman. You know, like, no fear, no consequences, no nothing. Just pure confidence in the entire world, right?
Right.
And so now I'm dying
To
to
know
hear.
what Batman.
Yes, you
So
are Batman.
Batman
Okay.
is our cat. So it's not that exciting.
Okay.
So every morning when I get up between 2:15 and 2:30,
By the way, which is ridiculous.
I understand that. It's totally ridiculous, but that's what I do so I can get to the gym by 3:30, 3:45. So I get up. So the other day he decides that as I'm getting up and grabbing my glasses, he wants to pounce.
Oh, attack mode.
Yes. And
Protecting
he hits,
Gotham City.
apparently, but he knocked my glasses out of my hand and they fell under the bed.
Oh.
Now, my bed, there's about...
Oh,
yeah,
no. Yes. Yes, I like where this is going.
there's maybe, not even, maybe 7, 8 inches
Bro.
between the floor and the bed.
That's cutting her close.
Cutting her close. So I get down, right? It's 3 o'clock. It's 2:30 in the morning. I'm trying not to wake up Mercy. I'm trying to be quiet. And I'm trying to reach.
Batman's got other plans.
Yeah, Batman's there. Still
Batman's
just
like, watch this.
He's pouncing on me, and I'm trying to reach for my glasses that are under the bed. So I have to get my phone. I turn on the flashlight. And you know when you're reaching for something and it's just out of your reach?
Yes.
So I'm trying to I can't get my glasses. And all of a sudden I'm like, okay, well, I can't reach this way, but if I lay down on my back and I scoot this.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyways, it took me like 10 minutes to finally get my glasses.
Well, and this all started because there was something a little higher up, and we talked about the short arms syndrome. And this is how the conversation started.
That's exactly how it happened.
I like the story. I actually would have hoped you would have just like when you lay down, you use your feet to like kind of push and like wedge yourself even farther and farther.
Stuck under the bed.
That's where I was kind of hoping it was. And Mercy or somebody or Brandon had to come in and maybe help lift the bed.
Well, if I couldn't get my glasses, my other option is to wake up Brandon at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, hey, bro, I need you to go under the bed and get my glasses.
Yes, with the broomstick. Mercy wakes up. What the heck is going on?
No, she was like, what's going on? I'm like, he knocked the glasses out of my hand.
Hey, listen, Batman started it. I mean,
Batman attacked.
That's what I would go with.
Okay, so there's my funny story.
I like it. I don't got any funny stories, but
You don't have funny stories.
not today. I mean,
You haven't fallen down the stairs lately. You
No,
haven't fallen off the wall.
I haven't fallen off the rose bush, man. That one was aggressive. That one was aggressive. I did though. I mean, I wouldn't call it funny, but I definitely went, landscaping in general. It's kind of got me. Like
you're a landscaper now?
I pride myself
Is that
on
because
being-
of...
my Mexican heritage. You wanted to say it, didn't you? Listen, you Mr. Cubano. Hey, the Cubano Maui's got jokes today. Okay, Cubano Maui has got jokes today. All right. Speaking of Cubanos in Florida, hopefully everybody stays safe.
Hopefully everybody's safe.
We're hoping that the news is blowing this out of proportion and maybe the 5 drops to a 3, which we've seen.
Well, we just had lunch and we ran into somebody who's from Miami and he says that I asked him how his family was doing. He's like, they're OG 305ers, bro. They're like, it's okay. We're fine. We'll ride the storm out.
It's funny. Brooklyn asked this morning, we were talking about the storm and, like how people brace for it and, all the preparation.
Right.
You see people doing the windows and taking down fences and moving stuff, like that could go flying and just crazy stuff. And we're like, no, we ever have a hurricane here? We're like, no, we don't have a hurricane unless it picks up speed coming through Lake Mead or whatever water we got left going over there.
Lake Mead, it can't go through. It needs actual water.
You're trying to say there's no water in Lake Mead? I mean, there's enough to get it started.
Lake Mead, I don't know. A couple of months ago, dead bodies were coming up.
It's also a good point. And we're like, yeah, obviously that's not happening here. And she goes, is that why we live in Nevada so we don't have to deal with hurricanes? I'm like, not really, but it's an added bonus and see that, I guess, well, back to my landscaping story. My landscaping is like, I pride myself on being, remember Tim the Tool, remember Home Improvement?
Oh, yeah, Tim the Tool
I
Man.
mean, I'm Tim the Tool Man. Because
what was the neighbors? What was the
Mr. Wilson. Wasn't it Wilson?
Mr. Wilson, but not Mr. Wilson. The other guy, his partner,
Al.
Al. I'm the Al. I just sit around and watch.
We're gonna have to find Heidi. Yeah. So I think I do things like Tim the Toolman Taylor, right? I always think it's gonna work out perfectly, and I always got a tool for it. I'm like, I can fix this, and my wife just kind of laughs at me like, okay, your easy fixes are like 3-day jobs, like, and something always goes. We call it the Dalzell effect. Yeah, because it's
you
like,
guys actually have a name.
Oh,
for
it's
it.
the Dalzell effect. So I was like, she's like, oh, can you like take a look at like the leak out front? I'm like, yeah, no problem. 2 hours. Like Dalzell effect. I'm like, tomorrow. I'll be done by tomorrow. Right? Because it's always like 1 shovel, 2 Home Depot runs, and we're there. But
for a small leak.
yeah. So I finally got all that done, and then all of a sudden, freaking one of my pool things is leaking. And the other day, right, I'm like, I'm afraid of where this connection is. It's connected to a bigger pipe. I've already fixed one of the things on the filter, which crushed it, right? But I'm afraid that in order to get this piece to tie on, I'm going to have to cut this whole pipe. And I'm like, I'm not really down to cut pipe and re-glue things. Like, I probably could do it. But Dalzell effect is probably like a 2-week job.
Right.
And I'm probably going to spend more money and cause more problems than I probably could have just hired a pool guy to come fix it. But sometimes you gotta get after it. So the other day I was like bouncing in between practices, got home, and I'm just like screw this.
I'm gonna fix this.
Yeah.
No.
It's white piping. So I went out to the garage, I was like, I got a solution. Duct tape.
No way.
I went full just like wrap that baby up, just something like just keep all the water in there.
Gray blob.
Oh, dude, now it's just a disaster. But it slowed down the leak just enough.
Why did you get that
like the as seen on commercial spray?
Yeah, that flexi thing.
I call bull honky on that stuff.
Flexi.
Baloney.
Bro, they have the sheets. You just put it on.
Doesn't work.
And it stops leaks.
I call shenanigans.
How do you know?
I would like the Flex Fit people that run these commercials to come to my house with their screen door and do their little jing. And I want to see them do it and put it in a pool because I'm calling baloney. Because I tried that spray on.
Not the spray. I'm talking about the vinyl piece that you put on.
Well, I haven't. Maybe I will go look at the final piece. Okay, but as far as the spray goes, which is the same style, company concept, I used it on one of my filters.
Right.
Because there was a little hole in the bottom. I'm like, tiny hole. It's not worth spending $40 to get a new canister. I'll spend $80 on the Flex Seal instead. It's
not worth a $40 fix, but you'll spend $80 to try this product.
Listen, this is man math. Right? This is like you know how all those reels came out with like mom math or whatever it was, women math, mom math, wife math. Girl it's like, math. Girl math, whatever it was. It was like you go to Target, you use a gift card, then they give you cash back. It's like you got free money, or or you bought something and returned it, they gave you the money back. It's like, oh, this is now free money.
Right. You paid for something on a credit card and they gave you cash back.
Exactly, free money. All right. So man math is similar.
Okay.
It's like, okay, if my garage is full of tools. I collect tools. I got it from my dad. You know, he was always kind of like, dude, like if something's broken, I get first shot at it. It's already broken. Like how like,
I can't make it worse.
I mean, no, you can. No, you can. You can, and I have. Okay, but you know, at least 9 times out of 10, I don't make it that bad. Where it's like worse, or right. But that's man math. It's like, oh,
I don't make it worser.
I don't make it worse or than, okay? So it's like man math is like, oh, well, I need to clean that off, or I need to go I can fix this, right?
Right.
The guy comes out, he gives you a quote, like $200. Psh, I can fix it for cheaper than that, right? And then you're like, the wife's like, okay, great, then do it, right? No problem. Then you go into your garage, you're like, oh, okay. You start to like write down your Home Depot supply list, and then you get to Home Depot. Then you're like, okay, you get the necessary parts. Then you're like, okay, well, this is a cool saw. This would make it easier. Then you're like, here's this thing, which is pretty dope. And then there's like a power washer over here, which I don't really need, but I could need it tomorrow for something that I don't really not sure why yet, but I could. So then you're like, okay, $400. And then you get home and you're like, listen, we're covered. And like, what is all this stuff? I might need it. So yeah, it costs an extra $200 to get all the supplies, buy the new tools. But it's man math. I got it fixed. And in my brain, it's like, I didn't have to pay them. So I obviously saved money. Here's the deal. It was going to cost us $200 to have them do it. Instead, we didn't have to pay them anything. So we saved $200. That's man math.
That's man math. Oh, perfect.
Even though I spent $400 at Home Depot, that doesn't matter.
No.
I saved the $200 on not hiring a professional to do it. I'm plus 200.
You're up 200.
Up 200.
So, what do you think of this new training that we're going to be going through for the next 6 weeks?
I'm excited about
I
it.
think you're like a little schoolgirl that just got good news.
I am, and I'll tell you, you know why I am, but I like coaching. I like knowledge. I learn it in different ways. Like I'm a visual person, so I think seeing this guy yesterday, although you could tell he was from U of A. He was a little slower, and it all made sense when he said he was from U of A and he tried to get us to bear down. And I said, this makes sense.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to fix some of this if you want the buy-in. He actually got a pretty good laugh out of it.
We have to get some proper conversation going.
But what's cool about it is that I think everywhere you go, big corporations, small corporations, whatever industry, people always have training. And like a lot of the trainings and conventions you go to, and the conventions are like, hey, you go there and everybody likes to go. Then you figure out you're just there to drink and eat and kind of party and meet and shake. You don't do much. What I'm excited about this is it's something that I haven't done before. I know a lot of people that have done it. I know you've done it multiple times.
Right.
It's proven. If you, like he said yesterday, I will refund the money that you cost to go through this course if you do the work and don't get the results.
Right.
Which I think, it's easy to say, but I think they'll follow through on it. But he's like, you got to do the work though. Don't not do the work and then tell me you didn't. But what's cool is that I think you nailed it yesterday. This was probably the best time for me to ever go through it. One, I think kind of in a turning point, like with our team and where we're at. Like, dude, we are busy. That board we updated the other day, like we have to go get a new board.
Yeah,
like literally, like we filled that thing up. We just got maybe 2 more listings today. But the thing that was exciting is he starts on this, he's like, yeah, you got to make your contacts. You got to get out there, have conversations. Like, okay, same song and dance. He's like, so if you're going to do it on direct message through Facebook, through direct message on Facebook, I'm good with that. Get out there. You can meet all these
on
people
IG, on
IG. Then he goes,
do a video.
Put out a YouTube video. That's brilliant. I'm just like, oh, keep talking. Oh, keep talking. That was my love language. He's like, because that's, all the work that I've been doing with my coach has been like, listen, be more efficient, be smart. Not that many people with caller ID and scam likely and door knocking these days. I'm not saying it's dead, but there's a lot more people that are leery of, I don't even know this person. I'll let them text or leave a message, then they don't return. Or I'm not.
Truth be told, how many times do we do that a day?
Oh, all day. All day.
Right.
All day it's scam likely. Nope. Or I don't know this.
Right.
Nope.
Or I don't know the number, or you have like somebody calling you and you answer and you hear the pause.
Oh, or like
before
the
they come
ding
on.
to click over. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, this is somebody using a dialer. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I think I'm really excited because he appears to be going down the path that the stuff that I've been working on, the stuff that I know works based on experience. And again, not that the other stuff is dead, but I think, going out and video being king and getting the content and being able to digitally door knock. That's what my coach would call it. You're digitally door knocking. Because people, half the time they pick up their phone, more than half the time they pick up their phone, it's because they're checking their social media accounts. They're watching a YouTube video, it's there.
I wake up in the mornings super early, and while I'm getting ready, I have either YouTube on or I have TikTok or I'm listening to something. A lot of times I'm not even watching, I'm just listening. So a lot of times it's like a YouTube video and I'm just listening to it as I'm doing other stuff. So I totally get that. But I love the fact you could tell that, even though I'm not a huge, I don't want to say fan or supporter because I really like this person.
Of U of A? Got it.
No, not U of A. I'm not the let's say fangirl. The little, everybody gets like when they talk about this, Gary Keller, the owner, the one that started Gary Keller Williams. Everybody's like, oh my God, it's Gary. I think he's a great guy. I think he's super smart. I think he knows a lot of different things, and he's really good at what he does. But you can tell that he took the time to rewrite this, and he got the people involved that needed to get involved to say, okay, we still have to do some of the other stuff that are traditional. We still have to do mailers. We still have to do open houses. We still have to talk to people
Right.
to try to generate business. But there's this whole new world now, and we have to pivot and tell agents, hey, this isn't the only way to do it. Now let's start using this marketing and start marketing yourself, which you've been trying to get me to move towards
Right.
for a couple years now.
Right. Well, but that's
And I've been a little resistant. So this is actually good because it's right up your alley, and it's
Right.
really gonna put me in an uncomfortable place for the next 6 to 7 weeks.
well, and you get it. And again, like we've always talked about, like it's not that there's a right or a wrong way. Like if you go out and do the work, that's the right way. The wrong way is just not doing any of the work.
Correct.
I still think there's going to have to be like the farming, the calling, the open houses. But now it's like those aren't the only ways. Like now you put this together and the agents and the teams that say, listen, I'm going to do the calling, the farming where it works, not just calling random people. Hey, have you thought about selling your house today? Like, no,
Right.
like, what do we do? Like, click, right? Like, you call me at 5:30. Now I'm with my family, right?
Right.
So now I think like the social media becomes convenient for people to check. It becomes easy. I mean, like I get up in the morning, I send my birthday videos. I start to message people like on their posts, on their stories. And, there's times by like 6:30 in the morning, I've already had 10 conversations. Now they may not always be about real estate, but they're conversing with me, which means they know my name again. They're seeing my name. And then when they go to my page or they go to Instagram or then they look up on the YouTube, right? They see it all there and it reminds them that it's real estate.
But you're right, and there's things that I notice that we do subconsciously when it comes to all this stuff, right? So I'll find somebody, a reel or a short or something, and I'll look at it, right, and I'm like, what is this person really about? Then I'll go to their YouTube, see if they have a YouTube channel,
Right.
And I notice, okay, they're doing training on how to work out or how to lose weight or how to do build bigger biceps or build a bigger
Right.
back. And I'm like, okay, well, what are they talking about? And I'm looking through their videos, and it's kind of what you've been wanting us to do for a while. It's like,
Right.
okay, let's start building a library of things so that people want to know what's going on and have questions and we can answer them and people can go look. So that being said, if anybody has any questions about real estate, residential, commercial, drop a comment. Let us know what you're looking
Absolutely.
for. Let us know what the question is, and we'll do a video on it and send you the video and put it up
Absolutely.
on our YouTube page.
It's brilliant. And a matter of fact, like I don't even think I told you this. So I went on a referral listing appointment
All right, bragging.
Thursday. It was like Thursday or Friday, that
Right,
one, right?
right.
So when I went back and I was talking to them to get some final signatures and stuff, because we got the listing. What's up? That's how we roll.
What's up? That's how we do it.
No doubt. I don't even know what that was.
West Side.
West Side. Connecting, bing, bing, bang. All right, there's another audio clip for you. West Side connecting. Dude, those guys were the jam. But, so this is the kicker. Okay. There's a woman who is the executor of the estate, but there was 3 other people there.
Right.
There was another woman that was elderly,
Right.
and the younger people were like, yeah. She goes, it's funny. We actually have a very interesting question for you. Shirley, ask him your question. She's like, well, when I was doing some research on you and thinking about it over the weekend, I went to your contact info. I went to your YouTube page where you said to go. She goes, I watched so many videos. They're so insightful. I was wondering if you had more from the selling side that would be helpful for us. I didn't tell you this. And so I was like, matter of fact, maybe you were on it. That was awesome. I appreciate it. I love the feedback. You must not have seen the Seller Academy 101 playlist. She's like, no, I didn't. So I sent her went onto my phone, pulled up my YouTube, sent her, directly the link that takes her straight to the YouTube page section for the sellers. And I was like, listen, I know I'm constantly trying to update or add some more. I have like 7 or 8 on there, but they're little things like going through, like how to get your home ready for pictures, EMD, all this showings and stuff. And she was like, oh my God, these were amazing. She goes, I watched a lot of them. And she's not the demographic I would typically think that's going to be all in on YouTube, but she found it super helpful. And I was like, same thing. I was like, let me know if you have any other questions, because me and my team will go to where we need to be to film a spot or educate on, because now they can rewatch them and they have this knowledge at their hands 24/7, right? because I don't like getting calls
At
at
3:15.
3:15 in the morning 6 times when I'm thinking somebody's like Category 5 hurricane in Florida that I don't
Right.
really have even family at. I'm like, you don't need to call me at 3:30 in the morning.
Well, this is gonna have to be a conversation to be continued, because you have somewhere to be.
Well, we got
you gotta
places
go.
to be. We got to get out of here and scram.
Yep.
But I'm super excited about Bold. I'm
I'm
excited
about continuing this conversation.
I'm
next week.
excited about that too.
All right.
And in the meantime, give us some more topics and some videos you need to be educated on.
And we'll do it.
We got your back, Jack.
Have a good one.
Got your back, Jack.
Later.